I am here to talk about the theoretical aspect of 6.5 kVA generator feed coil. So in the generator feed coil, we have the mains, we have the exciter. So for the mains, we have span of 1 to 8 for the mains, to 10, to 12, to 14, to 16, and to 18. From 1 to 8, we have first series, second series, third series, fourth series, fifth series, and the sixth series. We have plenty turns, and small turns. In the plenty turns, we have 7, while the small turns at the first series we have nothing. At the second series we have 6 turns. For the small turns at the second series we have 2 turns. For the third series we have 7 turns. At the second series of the small turns is 2 turns, and that is all for the small turns, and it falls under the third series so that you can identify the start and the end of the small turns. So for the plenty turns we have another 7 turns, and the last turns, which means here is the start, while the last series of these plenty turns is the end. So what gauge are we going to use for the mains? For the mains, we're gonna be using gauge 21. So for the exciter, we have the span of 1 to 16. 1 to 16. While the turns is just ordinary 36. And the turns is not more than 36. And the gauge we're gonna be using is gauge 21 also, and that is all about the turns. So let's go into the. Now let's assume that this is the 36 slot stator. We have 1 to 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Then to 10 plus 2 plus 2 plus 2 plus 2 plus 2. That is how we're gonna slot it in. So at the first series we have plenty turns starts. At the second series we have small turns start. Meanwhile, the plenty turns is still with the small turns at the windings. So here too we have the small turns end, the plenty turns end. What I'm trying to say here is that this is where the small turns start from, and this is where it ends. This is where the plenty turns start from, and this is where it ends. So this is for the first side of the mains. So this is the second side of the mains that I will draw now. One, and we all know that for the mains we have six series rather. So we will then count from here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. You dot it. And remember we said from 1 to 8 for the mains. We then count 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Then we draw it. 1 to 8 to 10. Now let's assume that this is the stator of 36 slots. Remember I said earlier on that the plenty turns of the main turns is from 1 to 8, which is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. This is the plenty turns. They start. This is where we start from. In the first series, while in the second series, we start the small turns in the second series at the right hand side. And mind you, let me tell you the fact. These ants that you see, it is 6 wires in hand of gauge 21. So this is the start for the small turns also, and this is where the small turns ends. While the plenty turns ends here also. This is the first mains side, and this is the second mains side. The same thing that's applicable to this also apply to this. That is also what I apply to this. So for the exciter, we will then need to count the span also. So we will then count from here. We will leave a space. We will leave one slot. Then count from here, as in 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16. You will then slot in the wire, the exciter. While this is the start and this is the end. So we will then connect the wire this way. Both the plenty turns and the small turns of the end to end. We will then join the end to end of both plenty turns and small turns. And the start is always from the left hand side, while the end is at the right hand side. So we then join it. Remember that this is small turns to small turns, then plenty turns to plenty turns. So that's how to go about that. So remember, we still have some wires left. We will then move to the plenty turns. of the start, and then join it to the live wire. The small turns is left here. We will then join it with the plenty turns of the other side as a viral. So what is left here? The small turns is left here. We will then join the small turns with neutral.